Hi, and welcome to today's video training. My name is Dina Merhbi. I am a business and body balance coach, and I am so excited to be here with you today because I really want to tackle this topic with you. So if you're joining me live, just comment hello right below. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay right below. So if you're new to my world, my name is Dina Merhbi. I'm a business and body balance coach. And for the past 18 years, I've been helping people who are struggling with their weight, struggling with their binge eating, struggling with their stress eating, creating really massive energy in their day without the dieting struggle. And so really I've been doing for the past 20 years. So if you're not new to my world, hi again, and I'm so happy to have you here. So I'm going to make sure that everything is running smoothly over here. Make sure that I can see myself. And can I hear myself? I think so. I can hear myself. So as always, I want to make sure a lot of people are sharing this because did you know that we have almost 2.8 million people, and that's only in the US, and only the people that actually talk about it that are diagnosed with binge eating disorder. And this does not even take into account everybody who's struggling with binge eating, with overeating, with stress eating, with night eating. And it all stems a little bit from the same space, okay? It's all a lot of the same deep struggles. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that are keeping you struggling with your binge eating. So let me just take some time to share this. So let me talk a little bit about binge eating because a lot of people are not really sure what is binge eating. So there's a big difference between stress eating, emotional eating, and binge eating. And I'm going to also share right below a free quiz just to help you see what type of eater you are. No opt-in. You just complete 10 questions and you have your answers right there. And it's really going to give you an idea of better understanding what you are going through and why probably everything that you've been doing hasn't been working for you. Let me just, there you go. I'm muting myself there. So what differentiates overeating to binge eating? Binge eating is when you're eating a large amount of food and you might be kind of in a trance mode, right? You're kind of like in a bubble and you're eating. It's also sometimes you're going for foods that are not in the permitted section. So foods that you limit yourself from having, you end up having a lot of it. And also, it's something that very often is causing a lot of health struggle, weight struggle, diabetes, cholesterol, so on and so forth. So all that are things that are related to binge eating disorder and also so many other things. Because binge eating has nothing to do with being lazy, with being motivated, with not knowing what to eat and what not to eat in terms of their concept of eating or not eating. It's so much more. So I'm going to be sharing with you today the 5 things that are actually keeping you on that binge eating, stress eating, emotional eating roller coaster. And the reason why I love talking about this in a certain way, because I suffered from binge eating and I've helped so many people overcome that struggle. And think about it. I've gone to one of the top schools in university here. I did so many certificates, so many like honor systems. And what happens, a lot of stuff, we always keep focusing on the food when we need to keep focusing on so many other things. So I'm sharing that. And I'm going to also put a note to share with you the free quiz to better understand what type of eater you are. So here we are. So if you're commenting, just tell me hello right below. So the main reasons why you're still struggling with binge eating, why you're still struggling with your weight, why you're still struggling being on that yo-yo dieting roller coaster, okay? It's truth time with a lot of love and compassion. It is truth time today. So the reason why you're still struggling, number 1, okay? Number 1 is you are still wanting that miracle solution. So when you're thinking about the miracle solution, you might have been struggling with this for years. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 10 years, maybe it's 20 years. And you're expecting to find this one thing, this one aha moment, this like diet or this plan or this pill or this protein shake that will just fix everything that's been happening. However, truth time, to really create a long and lasting change, no miracle plan will save you. There's no overnight success with binge eating, like there's no overnight success with, making $1 million in your business. There are no overnight successes. However, the day that you decide to come out of the victim mode of waiting for that miracle solution and deciding to be the leader of your health, being the leader of actually creating that change that you want to create, this is really the true first path of creating that food freedom and actually ending the struggle with binge eating. So number 1, there's no miracle plan. There's no miracle diet. There's no, oh my God, if I eat this, my binge eating is gone. If it was that easy, one of the diets that you did so far would have worked, because dieting doesn't work. I'm going to get into that in just a second. Number 2, okay? Oh, let me drink a little bit for this. This is a big one. The reason, number 2, why you are still struggling with your stress eating, your binge eating, and your emotional eating is you think that you have to stop eating those foods to actually reach your goals. How often have you seen diets and plans and saying, you know, this is bad food, this is good food, you have to stop eating this. Food is an addiction. It's kind of like AA. You need to really ban these foods because you're not able to control it. Side note, there is no physical addiction to food. Side note, there's an emotional addiction. There isn't a physical addiction. No studies have shown it so far. And this is the thing, when you keep thinking that you have to stop eating your favorite foods, what happens? It heightens it up. You crave it more. You think about it more. Am I right? It's like telling a kid not having the cookie before dinner. He's thinking about the dinner. And then what's going to happen? Instead of having 1 cookie, he's going to end up having 3 or 4. And the same thing happens when you keep believing that if I only try harder, if I'm able to just stop eating that, if I just ban it from my house, I tell my family to stop buying it, I prevent myself from going to events and ordering that food, I will be okay. Because probably when you did a diet that banned all those foods, you kind of felt in control. But you got off track. And it's not because you failed. It's because you need to release that concept that you have to ban those foods. So the more you have the idea that you have to ban these foods in your day-to-day, the more these foods are going to be controlling you, and the more you're going to be struggling with eating, stress eating, and emotional eating. Number 3, you believe that being hungry is a sign of success to weight loss. Ooh. Ooh. Being hungry is one of those things that a lot of diets talk about of, you know, being hungry, you're burning the calories, right? You're going to be digging into your fat, right? You're going to be losing that weight. But did you know that when you're actually hungry, when you're putting your body in a famine state, it's only going to get your body in a panic state. It's going to put your body in a stress famine state, telling it there is a lack of food, which is going to increase even more your hunger signals, which is actually going to increase your hunger hormones, and it's going to decrease the feeling of fullness. Have you ever felt that when you got off track of a diet, you could eat and eat and eat, and you feel like you're a bottomless pit? Okay? When that happens and you're like, it doesn't make sense, I ate so much and I'm still hungry, I'm still able to eat. And doing that is because your body's survival mechanism is always going to win. So if maybe once you did a diet and you lost weight and you were hungry, it works once because then your body's smart. Your body only wants the best for you. So this is why if you're always focusing on, if I'm hungry to sign a success, it's just going to kind of give 10 times more energy for that stress eating, emotional eating, binge eating to come back. Guaranteed. And remember, diets only have 97.5% success rate for 1 year, and 97.5% failure rate the first year. And when we see people 5 years later, 99.9% of the people actually got off track. It's not working for them. Diets do not work. Diet success is relying on your failure. That's why it's $1 billion industry. Number 4. The reason number 4 why you're still struggling with emotional eating, stress eating, binge eating, anxiety eating, you are waiting for the perfect time to start. I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start when the kids go back to school. Depending on when you're listening to this, maybe it's school, maybe homeschooling. I'm going to wait until I finish this project. I'm going to wait until I finish my launch. I'm going to wait. So as you keep waiting, as you keep kind of putting on hold, going and treating what is happening, the more the binge eating, the stress eating is anchoring itself inside of you, because there isn't a perfect time. The time is now. Perfect time is this image where a lot of plans start on Monday. And hey, even a lot of my group programs start on Monday because it makes things easier to get things started in a logical business way. It has nothing to do with your body and being ready. Because the time is now to get any change that you want. Life is continuing to move, and the longer you wait to actually create a change, the more your binge eating, your stress eating, your emotional eating is anchoring into your system, and the harder it's going to be. So the time is now. Reason number 5, why a lot of people are struggling with binge eating. I've been guilty of this when I first started on this journey of healing myself. The thing is, it kind of goes related to number 1, the miracle solution. It's we don't want to put in the work. I know you might be at a time right now that you've felt that you've tried it all and you are done and you are exhausted and you don't want to follow another plan and you don't want to do another program or you don't want to get another coach. But taking that step back and understanding that rewiring that path that brought you to binge eating takes a lot of aligned work, not forceful work, aligned work. It takes some time for the shifts to start happening so that at one point you find yourself with a box of stale cookies and you totally forgot about them. It takes some time to actually, and this is the big work, right? We talk about food. We talk about, I talk about a lot of things with my clients, like food combinations, balancing, inner alignment, nourishment. Yes, I'm a clinical dietitian. I bring that information. But the biggest breakthroughs that a lot of clients have been having, that whenever people join in my group coaching program or private coaching program, is seeing their binge eating differently, seeing their stress eating differently, understanding that it has nothing to do with food. It has to do with the coping mechanisms, the self-sabotaging thoughts, and whose voice is actually telling you to eat and what to eat. We are very often living our life according to what other people told us we should be doing, according to what other people told us we should be eating, not what we actually are aligned to what our body needs, because you are born with an amazing clean slate. Your body knows exactly what to eat, how to burn. There's no high or low metabolism. If you work with your body, it will be at its best state for you. But it takes some work, some fun work, some connection work, some realignment work. It takes some aligned work, not forceful work. If something feels too much of a struggle, not in terms of having to open up certain things to better understand, but if you're hating the process, something is off, it's not for you. But sometimes we need to kind of get into that level of getting out of our comfort zone, reaching that level of energy fear and saying, success is right beyond that little struggle, that little hill that we have to go through. And this is the thing. If you believe, if I recap, so the reasons why you're still struggling, let's see how to stop struggling. Understanding there's actually a solution that's made for you and it's not a miracle solution. Understanding that you can, yes, you can stop the binge eating, the stress eating by actually putting all foods on the same platform. There's no good food or bad food. Number 3, realigning your body to actually be in mindful eating, intuitive eating, and never get your body back into a famine state. Number 4 is deciding to make a change now, right here, right now. And number 5, scheduling time, putting time, because you deserve this time. Because with this binge eating, the stress eating, what is it taking away from you? Are you spending 24 hours a day thinking about it? Are you hiding in baggy clothes? Are you able to, do you feel like you cannot show up 100% in your business? You cannot be like this, doing a video or doing your photo shoots or asking for that promotions because you are so uncomfortable with that hidden secret, that hidden gremlin that nobody knows about. And you don't want to talk about it with anybody because you don't want to be judged. You feel really ashamed that how could I have this inner struggle when people don't even know what I'm going through, but you have this deep, dark secret. And a lot of people are struggling with binge eating alone and hidden. God, I was struggling with it. Nobody knew. Nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody did. Until I decided to become the change, create the change. I create that success. I create that success for my clients. I am here being totally transparent with you that we all have moments in our life where we can struggle a little bit, but we need to make a decision that we are done with this, and now is the time to create that change. And yet it's so much fun when you realize how easy it is to actually bring yourself back into alignment, eat your favorite foods, and even not even finish your plate and forgetting you have ice cream in the freezer. It is totally, totally, totally possible. So, question time. Are you ready? Are you ready to make this time your time? Are you ready to release all those unhealthy eating habits? Are you ready to unleash massive energy in your day because you have massive plans? You want to create a successful business. You want to be there for your relationship. You want to be there for your kids. You feel like there's so much that you want to do, but all you feel is sluggish and tired and you just want to hide. You are not being you. And you know that once you get rid of that binge eating, that stress eating, that anxiety eating, you know you have so much good stuff to share into this world. And you are done struggling on your own. And you don't have to struggle on your own, and you do not have to do it on your own. Why do it on your own and try to figure things out and going up and down when you can actually work with somebody who's been in this for so long, who's actually an expert in this, who's been in various media channels according to help people with this. And that I have a signature system. I have the body balance method to help get you there. There's something that's resonating with you. Message me. I'm going to comment right below. I'm going to put actually a link to apply to work with me. When you apply to work with me, you're going to answer the questions. You can tell me exactly what you're looking for. And according to that, I'm going to be sharing with you what would be your next best step. It could be my freebie. It could be my 33-day reboot program. It could be my Let's Eat course coaching program. It could be private coaching. I have so many amazing tools because I'm going to be sharing with you exactly that perfect tool that when you make that decision to take care of yourself, it's going to be a fun tool to move forward. So just look right below, click apply the form, or message me in private if you want us to chat a little bit more like this. And as well, depending when you're watching this, I'm starting actually a 33-day group coaching program starting in July 13th. I'm forgetting my days. Yeah, July 13th. It's going to be such a fun program. You're going to be with me for 33 days with daily actionable steps, with weekly training. So I'm actually going to be creating that movement, that inner foundation, that the last round of clients that actually went through that, it was such an eye-opening. They felt like a release of all that stress they've been going through, and they are feeling already amazing with everything that we did during the 33 days together. So you can check it right below. But again, if you want to make things simple, you're not sure exactly what is the best next step for you can just go click right below on the application form. I cannot wait to connect with you. And remember, this is the big thing I want you to leave with today. Big thing. You are not born an emotional eater. You are not born a binge eater. You are not born a stress eater. You are born with so much potential, with so much energy, with so much goodness that all we want to do is bring you back to that. Bring that alignment of your body and mind, release whatever no longer serves you, get rid of all those self-sabotaging thoughts or limiting beliefs and everything that is actually dragging you down. And it's time to lighten up the load, energy-wise, to help you release all that stress eating that you're going through. If any questions, message me. I am so excited to connect with you. If ever it's anything else, I am here to help you. My name is Dina Merhbi. I'm a business and body balance coach, and I'll see you in the next training.